Summit, New Jersey, 2011, 2 months before the third climb. I felt every blade of grass, every pebble below the palms of my hands as I extended my body into a plank in Bryant Park, a recreational area in my hometown of Summit, New Jersey. My personal trainer was Heather Worthy, a short, muscle-bound woman who spent much of her career as the trainer for the Seton Hall University's men's basketball team and most of her days in spandex. She unrolled a rope ladder, and it was my job to travel through it on my hands in plank position. It shouldn't have been much of a surprise. It was something she'd been making me do since spring. The grass was drier and bristly, but I was stronger. When I started training 3 months before on a damp spring day, I could only make it through 2 squares before collapsing. I thought of that as I saw the rope extended across the park, people running around a paved walking path, staring at me as if I was the center ring entertainment. Heather had taken me on as a charity project. I didn't have the money for a personal trainer, but I needed someone to inspire me to work harder. It was her. Her voice was husky, the kind you didn't want to defy, especially because she brought boxing gloves for the workout. "All the way down," Heather said, instructing me to straighten my body into a plank. Sweat dripped off my brow and was immediately absorbed by the ground below. I grunted, stepped back, and started to move my hands from square to square, letting my feet follow. "I'm low," I said, taking a whiff of the dry grass. "Lower," Heather said. I stepped my feet back so I could press my hands on the ground, feeling a tug in my core, somewhere below my layers of fat, holding my whole body together. I tried to sink my body down into a straight line, like a bench, parallel to the ground. It came to my attention that I didn't like the plank position one bit. I thudded through each loop, 18 in all, and nearly wept at the end. I had done it. My biceps and shoulders burned. I took in the accomplishment, sat on my heels, and prayed that would be it for the day. While I wasn't going anywhere requiring ladders or ice axes, just this simple task of crossing the ladder showed me I was getting stronger. "All right, it's time for burpees," she said. I was forced to stand up and got right into it, plunking my hands on the ground, kicking my legs out into a plank, and then hopping, maybe more like stumbling, my way back again. 1, she counted. We're doing 15. Fuck off, I thought. Thank you was what I meant. I was determined to make it up the mountain, no matter where I was on the scale. That meant getting stronger, building from the inside out. That meant becoming a gym rat again, just as I had been on my first trek up Kilimanjaro. Heather would lead me into the Summit YMCA weight room, which was stacked with buff and beautiful people, and make me bench press. My flab dangled off both sides of the weight bench. I wasn't lifting anything but the bar, but the mere fact of being in the room with others who were in good shape made me feel like I was something, or rather someone, special. In the mirror, I would sometimes catch someone staring at me, typically a perfect Lululemon-clad woman or a buff guy spotting another muscle-bound guy at the bench presses, and they'd immediately look down. Busted, I thought. While others still saw me as fat, my hips felt more firm than flabby. My tummy was a little tighter. When I sucked it in, it actually moved. Working out was working out. I made training a priority. I took yoga as often as I could, with Raina, an instructor who inspired me to fold over like a grilled cheese sandwich to touch my toes, and got me into poses I couldn't believe I could do.